All right, so our question today, of course, it deals with the Greek people. We get ready to wrap up Greek history, especially today after we take this exam. But our do now question is dealing with Greek inventions and contributions. It says, which Greek invention or contribution do you believe has had the most significant impact on modern history? So what you have is a little cutout. A little cutout where I want you guys to write down your question, and I want you to answer. Give me at least 5 sentences. Out of those list of different inventions, which one do you believe is the biggest contribution to the modern world? That's not 15 Which Greek invention or contribution do you believe has had the most significant impact on the modern world? Greeks created a lot of different things. If you go through some of the lists, they created some things that we may not have known. Alarm clocks, water clocks, revolving doors, one of the first earliest computers. Aqueducts, astrolabes. These are some different things that they created. Which one do you believe had the most significant impact? I can tell you this morning, raise your hand if you use an alarm clock to wake up this morning for school. I know Mr. Daniels did. So that's one significant.
Raise your hand if you took a shower.
Raise your hand if you took a shower this morning. Okay, so they did create some very significant things, guys. Just pick one of them, or if you can't decide on one, you can do more than one. You can do maybe two. But I want you to limit it to at least one or two inventions that had the most significant impact on the modern world.
What was the first computer?
Historians believe this is one of the first elements of it right here. It had like a little picture of it. That's what they believe, man, was one of the first, earliest functioning of a computer. Question. They use water.
So the water's running on the
To read.
So, Mr. Daniels,
Give them the bonus of question.
when they were supposed to wake up on the alarm clock, it was sprayed in with water.
I'm not sure. Now, different ones will do different things. Some blow trumpets, yeah. So different clocks will do different things. Hey guys, y'all sit out for a second. What is that from Miss Tennessee? Should I take it out? All right, guys, once we finish, we'll go to the restroom. Do anybody want to share a little bit what they have so far? Hear from Wisdom, hear from Bree as well.
I said showers. Showers have the biggest impact on modern society because they help enhance the environment. Showers can hurt the environment by using up to 30 gallons of water on a normal shower daily. But they also help the environment because if something is overflowing, then the shower could take the water from that and use it for more.
Awesome, awesome. Anybody else select showers? That's one of the best ones. There's a shower invention on there. Brianna, you want to share a little bit what you had, sweetheart? You had showers too? Anybody have something different? Jordan, what you got?
Plumbing.
Go ahead and share what you got so far.
I choose plumbing is because if it wasn't for what they did, we wouldn't have toilets. And think about if we didn't have toilets, how nasty our house would smell.
But just how nasty just people would be in general without these modern type of showers. So definitely showers was a good one. Charles, which division did you pick? Just real quick, I just want to hear. Computers. Kai, which one do you pick? Okay. Lee, showers.
Teachers, student pardon the interruption. 8th graders, we don't have a lot of electronic devices in the front office. Just let it be known that if I find them, you won't get them back. We need those in the front office. So if there are any in any of the homerooms still remaining, put them in something and send a student to the front office with them and let us know who they go with. Thanks.
Jason, which one do you pick, Simone? Okay. David, which one you pick?
Cranes.
Cranes. Caleb, which division did you choose? Okay. What about you? Clock. Jalen? Shower. Alarm clock. Emily? Shower, alarm clock. Isaac? Lighthouse. Shower, alarm clock. Shower. Gears. Awesome. Shower. Alarm clock. Shower. Plumbing. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right, guys. Finish it up real quick. I see people still coming up with their last couple sentences. I'm gonna pass out the lyrics. We got 2 songs today. 2 songs, and we'll listen to it when we get back. But I just go ahead and pass it out while people are finishing up. Also, guys, I still want you to have your study guides out. People who have their study guides, I want you to take them out. I will do something for you guys in just a second. I didn't take any study guides up. We went over in class and got the correct answer form. You guys stay. She emailed me last night. Said you waited till the last minute to tell her something.
Actually, I did. I told her 2 weeks ago.
She said you told her last night. All right, guys, we'll listen to the song when we get back, but I do want to go over the study guide just real quickly and make sure that we have the right answers on it, especially for my people who wasn't here. I want you guys to kind of pay attention and listen and get what you need. Do anybody need an extra copy? Anybody lose their study guide and would like to get an extra copy as we go over it? Anybody else? All right, so if we look real quickly at study guide, I just want to make sure we all have the right answers. If you look at the box at the top, it's a chart with one side that says physical features and the other side says the impact it had on the Greek civilization. When we took time and did this chart together, did we remember what we put for Peloponnesus? And my people who weren't here, you guys especially need to listen and make sure you get this down.
Live on the coast.
Lived on coast. Coastal cities could not live in the mainland. Forced to live on the coast. So in their first row, on the side that says impact of civilization, next to Peloponnesus, we want to put, they were forced to live on the coast. What about the seas? I only see Mediterranean Sea and Asian Sea. Trade by boats. Okay? Islands. What did the islands do for the Greek people? Isolation or separation. I like both of those words. Isolation or separation. And the mountains. Cannot form on large scale. No large scale forming. Okay? So just repeat that. The Peloponnesus, forced to live on the coast, the seas, was forced you to trade by boats. Islands kept them either separated or isolated from one another, and mountains prevented them from forming on large scale, could not do any large scale forming. Number two, how did the geography or physical feature impact agriculture there?
Did not have a lot of farming.
Say it again.
Did not have a lot of farming.
Did not have a lot of farm land. No large scale farming. What about trade? How did trade? Had to trade by water or by sea or by boat. Any of that be fine. Trade by water,
Trade around the island.
trade around the islands on sea. Okay, or trade using a boat. Any of that be fine. Challenge question: what did they have to build in order to trade and travel? Boats. Okay, a boat. If you look at the top, we have 4 physical features in their very first top charts. You need to select 3 to place them in the box that keeps them isolated. Which 3 did we select?
The mountains, the islands, and the sea.
Mountains, islands, seas, or the peninsula would be fine. The Peloponnesus would be fine. Number 4, how did isolation affect how the city-states treated each other? Wars, they got into fights with each other, they did not like each other. Any of that would be a good answer to put that question. More wars. And if you go down to China's question, Emily, she already is there, she did a great job. Saying, what does this lead to? This will lead to more wars. Great job. Number 5, due to the physical features separating the city-states, each had a different what? Government. Culture.
Rules.
Government. Laws.
Rules and lifestyle.
Culture. Government. Laws. Culture. Number 6, was ancient Greece a farming civilization? No. So let's circle no for that. Number 2, because they could not grow their own food. What 2 ways they got their supplies? Trading and fishing. Great job. Great job. Trading and fishing. I'm gonna let you guys use this on the exam today. That's why I'm taking time and making sure we have it correct. You guys will be able to use this today.
What about other notes?
Those can help you, but this will help you the most out of everything. Okay, so in the box we had to pick some Greek philosophers and some leaders to fill in. So we need to select what they do for ancient Greece and what was their biggest contribution, what they're known for in the world. First we did Socrates. Do anybody remember what we said for Socrates? Great job. Challenge the existence of Greek gods. It goes in the first column. Very controversial in his time period. People did not like the fact he would tell his students to go out and find tangible evidence of the Greek gods. People did not like the fact he would challenge their existence. But what it did was gave his students, made them inquirers, made them risk takers, made them go out and seek knowledge on their own. And that's what we want you guys to do, really. No. Absolutely. If we look at the second column, what were they known for? What was Socrates known for? Teaching Plato. Okay? That goes down to the second person, which is Plato. What did Plato do for ancient Greece? How he did it? Created academies. Created academies. Today we still have academies. Academies are schools with specialized knowledge. He will create these. And what was Plato most known for? Teaching Aristotle. Aristotle went to one of his academies. Now, what did Aristotle do?
The world was round.
He discovered that the world was round. Him and some other astronomers. They came up with a way to measure the circumference of Earth.
And he
Figure out that the world was round.
taught Alexander the Great.
And what was his biggest contribution? What he known for?
Taught Alexander the Great.
Teaching Alexander the Great. Great job. And what did Alexander grow up and do?
He conquered Greece,
He conquers Greece.
and he becomes a great leader.
Conquers Greece. Becomes a great leader. And what was his biggest contribution? What would he be known for in the world?
Being a great leader.
Being a great leader.
And then there's
And being a student. Also, I want you guys to put this as well. Something I forgot to mention. He's gonna spread Greek culture. That's one of the answers to something on here. If you get, good. Some of you guys should have it for the question on the back already. But that's kind of his biggest contribution. Taking the culture of Greece and spreading it in Egypt, into India, into the Middle East, and to other parts of the world. Now in those places, they speak Greek. In those places, they read the Odyssey and the Iliad, the same stories that we read before too. So he takes Greek culture and spreads it all around. If you look at the next box, it's a box that places different governments in order. We need to decide who rules and which type of government and some key words that help describe the government. If you look at monarchy, who rules in a monarchy? Kings and queens. Key fact to describe a monarchy would be what? Royal family. Similar to a dynasty, just like Queen Elizabeth today in England and her family. They've been ruling England for quite a while now.
That's pretty much like a dynasty.
Pretty much the same thing.
They used to call it a dynasty.
You call it a dynasty. Tyranny. Tyranny, who runs in a tyranny style of government? King does. And what's a word that describes that? Taking people over. Similar to Persia. Great job. Taking people over and it's similar to Persia.
Well, Persia, they didn't really take the people over. They let the rulers they just had to pay taxes, and the rulers, all they had to do was rule their own people. But all they had to do is pay taxes.
Thanks. So it's a misconception that Persia made people slaves, but in reality, they rule with a light touch. They let the king of that place still be the king and still kind of control his people. The Persians just wanted taxes. They just wanted the money and the resources. So great job. Great job for mentioning that for us. Oligarchy. Who rules in the oligarchy?
Two kings.
Two or more kings. Two or more kings. And what's the key word that describes the oligarchy? Spartans. Spartans would make the oligarchy famous. They would not be the only civilization that had this government, but they would be the civilization making well known around the world. And a democracy, who runs? The people, the citizens. Great job. And key fact, a word that describes a democracy? Athens. That leads us to number 8. Which city states created a democracy? Athens. Did we get a chance to answer why did they wanted to create this style of government?
Yes, because they did not want to be ruled by them.
Great job. They want to make their own decisions, and they wanted to not be ruled by a king in the long run. Raise your hand if you think this style of government is best for keeping control of people.
Kinda.
No.
Raise your hand if you said no. Okay. Let's make sure you gave some type of reason why. Number 9, which city-state is an oligarchy? Sparta. What are some positives of having an oligarchy form of government? One king dies, or one leader dies, or unable to rule, you have a king
That
in
means the
place.
other king will have to go to war, and if the other king dies, they're gonna have to.
Yeah. You got political stability. That's the whole ideal of an oligarchy. Any negatives to oligarchy?
Citizens have less power.
Citizens have less power, could be unfair to the citizens. All of these great reasons to put down. Number 10, who was Alexander?
The leader of the
Okay, leader of Macedonia, Philip II's son, strong leader, all this is fine. Question.
Why did we spray Greek stars and not Macedonian stars?
Alright, so Macedonia will be a small nation, but of wealthy people. Philip II, he'd be a leader of there, and he becomes his leader from really being a good military person. And he has a son, Alexander. He sends Alexander to school in Greece, not in Macedonia. He sends him to Greece, and he grows up and he learns from Greek teachers and philosophers. And he learns Greece. He learns their culture. He learns the history in Greece. He learned astronomy and philosophy and all these other different subjects as well. But most importantly, he is living in Greece and learning in Greece. So when he decides to take them over and take over other places, he's not spreading Macedonian knowledge, what he learned in Macedonia. He's spreading knowledge he learned in Greece. He's spreading Greek language. He's spreading Greek history. He's spreading Greek knowledge and inventions that they created there. So not much of what he learned in Macedonia is what he's spreading. It's much of what he learned in Greece is what he's spreading all across the world. And that leads us to our next question. So what did Alexander the Great do as he expanded his empire?
Spread Greek culture.
He spreads Greek culture everywhere. He spreads Greek culture everywhere. And if you look at the next box, he got 2 reasons why he was successful. What was reason number 1?
He was educated.
What was number 2?
How about
Education, military strategy. He was taught by the best. And he actually had strategies that he had learned from the ancient Greece, like Athens and Sparta, and even in Macedonia, his dad taught him some horsemanship as well too. So the man was just simply taught by the best, and that what made him a successful leader. Number 11, what was the cause of the Persian War? Do anybody remember? Athens helped Ionians. Athens burns down an important city in Persia. Athens burns down Sardis. Any of these would be good answers for that. Who won the Persian War? The Greeks. Greece won. And what did the Persian War lead to?
The Peloponnesian War.
Peloponnesian War. The Golden Age and the Peloponnesian War. Great
Can you
job.
spell Peloponnesian?
Look on number 12. It's the word in number 12.
that?
What was the result of the Peloponnesian War?
Greece becomes weak and gets taken over by Macedon.
Greece becomes weakened from internal fighting, from fighting each other. They become weakened. And as a result, they are taken over from Alexander, a foreign enemy.
Why did they
Peloponnesian War.
just come together?
Look on number 12.
They
It's
did,
right there.
and they failed.
Got a question, sweetheart?
So why did they come together?
Great question. Why didn't they come together? They were competitive from the beginning. The geography made them competitive. They could not unite, and they had to compete for certain different resources. So even from the beginning, it was always competitive with each other. Only person who didn't here is
And why did they fight the Persians? Because the Persians they used like the Ionian leaders people.
the Persians were
Grace
aggressive.
Benjamin, please report to the front office.
The whole war, if you remember,
Teachers,
guys.
please allow the following students to report to the media center so we can start beginning makeup testing. Nadia Branch, Jayla Irving, William Merritt, Erica Smith, Cantrell Thomas, Langston Warner, Stromel Wheeler, Matthew Brumfield, Evan Galvez, Christian Ross, Navia Hall, Jayla Irving. Testing will begin in about 5 minutes.
All right, and just to answer a question, if you guys remember, the Greeks were not aggressive. It was the Persians. The Greeks, the whole war was, what D word was they doing? The whole word.
Then democracy, scrolls, democracy.
The Persians coming and attacking them and being aggressive.
Defend.
They were defending themselves the whole time, the whole Persian War.
I was
Great job.
Nice, but
Great job. The whole Persian War, the Greeks were just defending them off, trying to force them back into Persia. And the war ended when Persia decided to leave them alone and go back. So the Greeks, they weren't aggressive in the Persian War. They were just trying to just defend themselves. And you remember the Peloponnesian War, they were fighting each other. Athens gained these alliances. Sparta gains these alliances. They eventually fight for resources. Do anybody remember who wins the Peloponnesian War between Sparta alliances and Athens alliances?
Sparta.
Sparta actually wins it, but both of them are damaged, and both of them are weakened enough that another enemy, a foreign enemy, takes them over. If you look at the chart at the bottom, it's just a comparison of Athens and Sparta. Do we remember the government of Athens? Democracy, government of Sparta, oligarchy, gender roles in Athens, male citizens, gender roles in Sparta, both male and female citizens. Great job. The culture in Athens, thinkers and philosophers. What about the culture in Sparta? Warriors and fighters. And what about is Athens education or military? Education and Sparta is what? Military. Guys, make sure y'all have all what you
if
need.
they came together, they can go to the restroom. If Athens and Sparta came together, the people they taught could both be education smart and war.
Absolutely. And reason I say America is one of the best countries in the world is because we realized that point that she's made. We've taken the good things in history and some of the bad things in history too. And we have shaped ourselves to take the good and leave the bad in the past. And when you think about America, we've taken elements from both Athens and Sparta and created a society that we have here. We have a very strong military here. We have a great education system too in America. Guys, make sure your do now is finished. We're gonna go ahead and pass it up to the front before we leave. Make sure your name is on it. Pass it up to the front. That purple paper you can leave on your desk. That's fine. Your study guide you can leave on your desk as well. When we get back, we're gonna listen to our 2 songs. We're gonna take our little exam.
What is the same
Question.
Is some places that they want